Good.
Yes.
Okay, I think we're live. You see that you're live on your end, Shawna?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. I'm excited to be here tonight with Miss Shawna Garcia on this beautiful Wednesday evening. Really quickly, Shawna, before we get started, I'm going to pull up Facebook. I want to make sure that we are there. We are there. I am going to tag you so that this will also be live on your personal page. And okay, I did it. I
Awesome.
did it, and I think we're set to go. All right, I'm so excited to be here with you tonight, Shawna. Thank you so much for agreeing to sit down over happy hour. I've got my fresca tonight in a wine glass, but I'm excited to connect with you tonight.
Thank you so much for having me. It's such an honor to be here.
Well, it's an honor for you. It's an honor for me to be talking with you. And first of all, I want to say huge congrats to you. I feel like we have a lot to celebrate with you about all of your experience here at Park Lane the last 2 months. But before we get into all of that, I want to kind of introduce the group to you or introduce you to the group. And I'll also introduce myself to your followers. So why don't you share with everybody where you live, a little bit about your backstory, your family life, and anything else that you think would be of value.
Great. Well, of course, my name is Shawna. A little bit about me. I am married to my high school sweetheart, Gino Garcia, and we have 2 kids. I have Anthony. He is almost 22, and my daughter Christiana is almost 21. We are both empty nesters, and I think the main thing about me, a little bit about me, is that I've always had a passion for helping women feel their best. So after I had my daughter back in 2002, I had started working out at a gym here in our town, and it was a Curves for Women, and they had hired me as their manager there. So I know a ton of women in my area. I love women of all ages, and I just loved helping them feel better. I was feeling better with working out, eating healthier, that kind of stuff. Well, long story short, then I became a Zumba instructor, and then I started dancing and having fun, 7 classes a week with all of my dance girls. And I started selling jewelry about 5 years ago with my previous company. And I just love the way that jewelry makes someone feel. Like for myself, I think that a pair of hoops can just totally, you can own it. You feel so much better. You have a graphic tee on, and it could be just a plain old t-shirt, but you can liven up your outfit with a simple pair of hoops. And I just feel that whenever I've always been able to help women feel better, and I thought, I'll give this a try. I'd never had any experience in direct sales, and that's just my passion, is helping women feel better about themselves on the outside when they see their reflection, looking down at the wrist, just how jewelry makes them feel. So I'm no longer a manager at Curves, and I'm no longer doing Zumba because I had several stress fractures in my feet back in 2019. So that was my setback, and I've just been doing direct sales since then.
I love that. And by the way, my mother-in-law loved Curves. She went to Curves for several years, and she was a groupie, man. She did not miss without fail. She was there.
Yeah.
She loved the community and the friends that she made as well. So I forgot we're doing a giveaway. Shawna, I forgot to mention the giveaway. So tonight I am going to give away one of our impression bracelets. I pulled out our beautiful clear and silver one that we offer. I'm actually wearing it on this. I know. I love this bracelet. We obviously have an obsession. For those of you that know Park Lane, we have an obsession with our impression bracelets. You have one on as well. What color is yours?
I just have the gold.
The gold.
The
Clear the gold.
clear. Yes.
Exactly. And we did not plan that. You're in
No.
gold. I'm in silver. There was no plan. Anyway, well, thank you for sharing. For those of you that are Shawna's friends and followers, my name is Tish Mefford. I live in the Dallas, Texas area. like Shawna, I am also an empty nester. What is the age difference between your two kids? I know you said they're about a year apart, but how many months?
They are 14 months apart.
Okay. Our two youngest are 16 months apart. So I have my middle son was born in 2002, my daughter 2003. So like just a year behind you, which I thought was funny.
Wow. Yeah.
But anyway, we're both in a similar life stage. I as well came to Park Lane from another jewelry company. I was with my first jewelry company for 10 years. And then 5 years ago, literally this month, 5 years ago, I partnered with Park Lane. And it has been the ride of a lifetime. I'm very passionate about what the direct selling network marketing profession can offer both women and men. We obviously work primarily with women, but for 15 years, I've said that I love using jewelry as the category or vehicle to help women build flexible businesses around their busy lives, primarily because jewelry is simple and it's fun.
Yes.
And then all the other things that you talked about as well. You know, it's a confidence booster for women. It's a compliment creator. It is the most giftable item in the world. So anyway, I love that we get to use a product that brings so much joy and sparkle into the world. And I love that it's really simple and it's really fun to help people get started. And you're a perfect example of this. I mean, seriously. So my second question, I should say. My second question. Oh, and did I say how they get entered? I didn't say how they get entered to win this. Okay.
We got distracted.
We got distracted. So to get entered to win the impression bracelet, let us know where you're tuning in from tonight. So just comment, make it in the comments, drop where you're tuning in from. Our hope is this video reaches 50 states. We want to reach 50 states over the next 24 hours. And I think we can do it.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, let's kind of back up for a moment. And obviously, as you mentioned, you joined Park Lane from another jewelry company where you were there for how long?
I was there for 5 years.
Okay. So 5 years. And you came into Park Lane through our direct appoint program. And we'll talk a little bit about that in a moment. But why don't you first tell me what made you decide, what made you decide that you were intrigued and you wanted to get educated and get more information about Park Lane?
Well, I had found out with their direct program that if whatever you were recognized with in a previous company, no matter what company actually too, I'd like to add. So it's not just a jewelry business. Any company that you have direct sell experience with, that really intrigued me, that they bring you in and they honor what leadership that you have with the previous company. I wasn't going to be starting all over again, because that was one of my concerns, was starting over with something different, offering a different line of jewelry to my people. Are they going to like it? You know, all those scary things come into your mind. Will people still follow me, what I've been sharing with them for 5 years? Are they going to gravitate and love what I'm loving about this company? And that was the one thing, was that I didn't have to start over. They honored what they saw, what I had, and they were like, here you go. And it was just, that's what really intrigued me, was they kept me and honored my leadership.
And for those that aren't familiar with our direct appoint program, it is a very unique program. Most companies in our industry do not recognize your leadership experience. Park Lane has had a philosophy for several decades now that why should our profession be any different than the corporate world? And in corporate America, like my brother-in-law, for example, who works in the food industry, several months ago, he was contacted by a recruiter, and there was another company within the industry that was looking for a position comparable to the position he currently held. That company offered a better compensation program, offered more benefits, et cetera, et cetera. And, you know, like many people in that situation typically do. He decided to just get educated. No harm in getting educated, find out what they're offering. And if this is something that might be right for me, it might not, maybe he'll learn a little bit about what that company's doing that he could possibly take back to his current company. And once he got more information and was educated, he decided this is actually an incredible opportunity and one that I don't want to pass up. And he was offered a position based on the experience that he had. He wasn't entering in at an entry level. And Park Lane has a philosophy that why would it be any different in our industry? And like you, Shawna, I also, when I partnered with Park Lane, I came in through our direct appoint program as well, and came in at a level comparable to what, what I had accomplished with my first company. And so, and it was something that was also very important to me. Tell me why it was important to you. Like, what was one of the biggest pieces of that?
Just the part of, I don't even know how to even put it into words. I was kind of like, okay, I'll meet with them and see what they have to say. And then whenever they just kind of started talking to me, I knew right then and there in my interview with Park Lane that I was totally sold. Like, I didn't even have another second guess in my mind. I mean, I just knew right then and there what I was going to do. And of course, I had not even seen the jewelry. I'm kind of one of those people where I'll just jump all the way in. I either don't jump or I jump. And I was like, okay, I'm going to jump. I'm going to do the things. I'm going to take the leap. I'm going to go with my gut. And the other thing that I really love is that even if you do not have any experience with direct sales, Park Lane starts you off at 30% commissions. And that was another huge thing, was like, well, I could help so many more women that may be just like me, not having any experience at all, in the past, to jump in and do the things and share their love with jewelry as well. And so that was another huge thing, was how anybody can start off and make something of this.
So I love how you mentioned that when you sat down and talked with Park Lane and learned more and got educated, like did your due diligence and got educated, that you knew right then and there. So what were some of the things? I know that because your experience was recognized and you were offered a position, an area leader position, is that correct?
Yes.
So you earned 40% commission on all
Yep.
of your personal sales, like forever, unless you promote up to the next level. It's not based on how much you sell, as you know. I mean, I know I'm not telling you what you don't already know, but I'm telling,
Yes.
I guess, people that don't know. It's not based on how much you have. You don't have to sell a certain amount to earn 40%. You're earning 40% whether you sell a pair of earrings a month in the month or a pair of earrings a day, basically.
Yes.
What were some of the other things that you were really blown away by? And like you, I just want to say, like you, I really felt like I could 100% understand and appreciate the programs and some of the things that Park Lane offers, because I was coming from another scenario where I was doing jewelry parties. So I was doing jewelry parties over here, and then I am doing jewelry parties here. So it was very clear to me as well, but I'm curious the things that spoke to you.
Well, there's several things. Whenever I did have my interview, I found out that Park Lane has been around for 67 years. That was huge to me. They believe in women. They are family owned and operated. They have never changed their comp plan in over 40 plus years. That was another huge thing to me, was like, it's consistency. And that spoke huge to me. The quality, when I got my jewelry kit, I just remember talking with my friend. I was literally opening my kit while I was talking to her on the phone, and I was staring at the necklace for like each piece in my kit. I was just blown away by the quality, because not only could you see, but you could feel the quality. I was so excited to be able to bring that to my customers that I had been sharing jewelry with all that time. The unconditional guarantee was huge for me. They told me that even if one of my pretty impression bracelets fell on the ground, I, ran over it with my car, the dog ran off with it. They said, just put it in an envelope, send it back to Park Lane, and they will
replace it.
send you a new one, no questions asked. And I was just blown away because of the unconditional guarantee that I could offer, just all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah, so much, right? So much.
Yes.
I was like you. I had fear that we kind of started a few minutes ago talking about the fear. I was fearful that my customers might not love the new jewelry company or line as much as they had loved the first one. Like I had that fear, which I know you mentioned you had as well. And one of the things I learned almost immediately was that my customers were supporting me,
Mm-hmm.
and they were shopping with me. They weren't
Yeah.
shopping with the company that I was representing. They were shopping with me. And I found very quickly that my customers went nuts over the Park Lane Jewelry brand. I mean, they just went nuts. They loved the customer sale, which we haven't talked about that, but like they loved that they could buy 2 items at regular price and get 4 at half off. And if they spent a certain amount, they'd be able to add in a bonus, get an impression bracelet for $30, for example. Like they went crazy over that. I know that I mentioned in the post I wrote that you have sold, is it $15,000 the last 2 months?
Yes.
I'm just gonna say that like people like for those of you that don't know anything about like, is that a lot? That's a lot. $15,000 over 2 months. It's a lot of jewelry. It's so much that you're about to earn a trip to Paris in a 2-month period of time, which I know this is a 5-month contest, and you're about to earn it in your first 2 months, not even in 2 months, in your first 2 months while you are making the transition and learning a new system and learning how to do our online parties and all that stuff. Did you sell that much jewelry previously? Like, was this normal for you to sell that much?
I sold jewelry, but I have never sold $15,000 worth of jewelry in 2 months. Um, I'm blown away. I had women that never bought jewelry from me before that were sitting in my group for a lot of years in there. And I was getting personal messages in my inbox saying, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that you are with Park Lane. I have known about this company for yada, yada years. Or my mother has jewelry from Park Lane that still looks brand new. And just the comfort and the peace that just like came over, like just hearing that from them was huge to me. Or after they did make purchases, the feedback that I'm getting back from all of it, like all of them are coming to me wanting to have parties. I'm just having the time of my life and helping those women feel good about themselves. That's just like the main thing. I'm totally blown away. It was like I thought whenever I had joined Park Lane and they had just announced that they were going to Paris, and I was like, okay, I switched my iPhone has the picture of the Eiffel Tower. I see it every time when I open up my phone.
Uh-huh.
But still in the back of my mind, I'm like, I kept saying, I'm going to get Paris. I'm going to get Paris. And my next goal, I'm like this close to earning a trip for myself, but my next goal is to get my husband there with me.
You can do it.
Yes, I know I can.
I mean, we have 6 more weeks and you can totally do it. I have no doubt. And of course, you're earning points on your new team members that have also joined you in the business. We haven't even talked about this. So you've brought on, is it 6 new team members in the last 2 months?
Yes.
And how are they doing?
They are doing great. They all, each and every single day, they bring, I mean, they always tell me how much I help them, but they don't even know how much they do for me. They are like a light in my life. Those ladies, they're like my family. I don't want to, but they're like I'm so passionate about what I do and how I service people. They don't even know how much they bring to my table. Even if it's just sending me a funny, because I'm a person that I laugh nonstop. But they just don't even know what they even bring to me just by sending me a funny GIF of the day, or just that closeness that we have, and helping them feel confident about themselves too, and helping them improve themselves in their business. That's just, I love doing that.
You have a servant heart. It's very clear to me. And that's one of the reasons why you're having so much success here is this is very much a servant company. It's what our founders and owners are all about. You know, for those that don't know the Park Lane history, as Shawna mentioned, we've been in business for 67 years now. It was founded by Shirley and Art Levine back in 1955, and still family owned and operated. Three of their sons bought the company almost 20 years ago, or about 20 years ago now, I think. And you know, we now have the second and third generation running this company. They are financially sound, cash rich, debt free. There are no investors in this company. People often ask me, Shawna, and I don't know if you've gotten some of these questions, but people will ask, like, how can Park Lane pay so much? How can Park Lane offer these very rich programs? How can Park Lane take two crazy, amazing, you know, 5-night, 6-day, just very luscious trips a year? How can they have the Mercedes car? Like, how can they offer all these things? Well, they can offer these things because, as you've probably heard before, you know, there's only so many pennies in the dollar. And Park Lane doesn't have investors they have to pay. Our founders only take home 2%, you know, which is unheard of. Typically, in a normal scenario, it's somewhere between 30-35%. And, you know, our 72 to 73 cents of every dollar goes into our compensation program. The company is run very lean. They put the money in the most important place for them, which is into the field and into the product and into the programs. And it shows. And it's, you know, often people will, you know, ask me, well, how is it since you've been there? You know, I've been here 5 years now, and I'm like, it's everything I expected and so much more. That's the thing. And yes, we attract a lot of really amazing and top leaders from other companies, because when people don't leave situations, if they're happy and they are able to earn and provide for their family the way they need to, you know,
Yes.
if people are happy and they are earning what they need to earn, and they feel valued, they will stay with the company for years and years and years and years, which is what happens at Park Lane. I mean, when I arrived here 5 years ago, a lot of the top leaders have been here 20, 25, 30 years. You know, when people are happy and they are earning what they need to earn, they do not leave. But when people cannot earn what they need to earn, sooner or later, even oftentimes when they don't want to, they have to add in another job, you know, go back to work, or add in a part-time something or other, or, you know, whatever they need in order to pay the darn bills, for lack of a better word. And I just appreciate and love the philosophy of Park Lane, which is, we are going to offer the most lucrative compensation plan so that we attract the best talent. We are going to offer the best product. We are going to offer the best programs so that when people come here and they experience success, they feel valued and they stay for a really long time. They don't have a desire and interest to go elsewhere because there isn't anything better elsewhere. So, you know, I'm really excited that you walked through the fear because you were afraid, correct?
Yes. Yes, I was. It was scary, you know, but I have zero regrets. Like, I just want to say that if anybody is thinking about doing something new, or you've been following me in my group or on my page, and you don't know if you can do the scary things, I'm here to tell you that you can. And if you can rock a pair of hoops and you can share that love with your friends and your family and help others, you know, just showing them how you feel, you can do this business. Another thing that just blows me away is, in our team, like, there's no waiting on wondering what's going to happen. That like every single day is a roller coaster ride. Me and Chris always talk about that all the time, is we just feel like we're on this high and we're just up and down, and it's just a blast. And the team that we are on, they are like full of support. So if you're going to have everything right here with us. And I just encourage anyone, if you're thinking about starting out, you haven't ever done this before and you want to do it, don't be afraid. I'll be right there to hold your hand and help you to do the scary things, and just do it. Go with your gut and just jump in.
Uh, let's talk for a moment, because clearly 2 months in, $15,000 in sales, you jumped in, and I'm assuming you started booking parties, online parties, right? You're doing it all online.
Yes, I am going to be having some home parties starting next week. Yes, but
Oh, that's fun. That's awesome.
yes.
And was it easy or simple for you to make that transition? Talk about the tools and the resources that you've utilized in order to do your parties.
Everything is right there at the push of a button. um, if whatever word I'm looking for, I just search it and it's there. Boom. We have this simple system that we use in boards, and everything, graphics are there. I don't have to think about trying to make something, or, like it's all said and done. The steps are there, what you do on a daily. It's just like easy peasy. If you can click on an app and you can pull up and save it to your phone and then paste it on your page, then you can do it. It's so easy.
I love hearing that. It's why we work so hard to bring all the tools. And when I say work so hard, it's just something that's very important to us. It's very important to our executive leadership team, Shawna, that, as you're starting new stylists, they have everything they need at their fingertips to
Yes.
make this very simple and very fun. Because
Yes.
the minute it stops not being fun or becomes hard, then it's easy to step away. And we just want it to be really simple and fun for people, and for you not to have to spend time making a graphic, because you've got it there for you at your fingertips.
Yes.
What have your hostesses thought about their host rewards? Let's talk about the host rewards for a moment. Has that been mind blowing to them?
I forgot to mention, that was another thing that blew my mind away, was the amount of hostess rewards that a hostess gets for hosting a party. They can't believe it. Like, first of all, they're getting that huge customer sale. And then on top of that, whenever they get 10 orders in a party, they automatically get $400 free of their choice in jewelry. And then anything above and beyond the 10 orders, they get even more, $40 per order after that. And just being able to unlock the, maybe some of our impression bracelets or some of those larger price items and get it for only $30. They're just blown away. They love it. I can't really even say anymore. I know I keep repeating myself, but it's true. It's just they're blown away. They can't believe how much they're getting for having fun with their friends and everybody getting accessorized.
And I mean, this is the thing, and this is why I like to always kind of educate on a party plan business. There is so much value in a party plan business, because our lever is the party. Every time you're doing a party, your sweet hostess, who is inviting her friends to participate, and and with your online parties, obviously join a Facebook group, is giving you the opportunity to connect and meet her network. And as a thank you from Park Lane is going to reward that hostess hugely for opening up and expanding your network to her network. And I'm assuming almost always you've got some of your shoppers from each party wanting more than what they can buy that night. And that's
Yes.
your booking, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll send me their wish list, and, they laugh about it. They're like, oh my gosh, my wish list is so huge. And I'm like, well, don't worry, girl, because I'm going to get you a killer deal. And then I'm going to show you how you can get so much more for free just by, you want to try a Facebook party or a home event with me, and I'll get you hooked up. And they're like, sure, I want to do that. And yeah, it's amazing.
Well, I'm so darn proud of you, Shawna. So this is my question. If you were giving someone advice that's thinking about this, and we talked a little bit about this before, but if you were giving someone advice, what would that advice be? If they're thinking about it or they're on the fence about it, they're having some fear, what would you tell them?
Oh, um, just believe in yourself. You are the one that is the magic. Everybody has their own magic. And I think that some people may doubt themselves because they think they aren't good enough or they don't think that they have the right look for something. But really, what attracts people is your personality, you being you, showing your true self, sharing that love and passion. And I guarantee you that just jump in and do the things, the scary things, and you'll be amazed at where it takes you.
Uh-huh.
Don't hide your inner beauty and your true self just because you're afraid of what someone else might think or say about you, because there's someone out there that needs you. And if you can bring light and joy, I mean, we need that so much in this world today. And if you can be a positive um, energy and vibe in this world and just make someone smile, go for it. Like you will have no regrets. It's the most rewarding thing to help someone feel what they really are worth.
Someone told me recently, and I know we've talked about this in some of our treasure talks and whatnot, that when we're not sharing this opportunity, we're unintentionally hurting others. And I do truly believe this because this business changed my life. It's given me the opportunity it changed my life twice, honestly. It changed my life the first time when I entered the industry because it was back in the recession of 2008 and I was looking for a way to pay for a couple of bills in our household. And then when I partnered with Park Lane, it changed my life again because, I felt very stuck and I didn't know that there were other opportunities and options out there for me. And I was also equally scared and for all the same reasons you were. And I walked away from a really big income to partner with Park Lane, not because I had not had success, but because I couldn't help my team have the success they needed. I couldn't help them earn what they needed. And I was losing really good people. Really good people were wanted so badly for that business to work for them. And they were having to take jobs and add in other things. Um, and I just decided that if I was going to dedicate another decade or 2 decades to a profession and business that I loved, I needed to partner with the best so that I could offer the best to people. And I also, like you, I don't regret it for a moment. And I had to just block out the naysayers. I had to do what was best for my family, do what was best for the future team that I would lead that would need me, that would need a solution. And we've been able to impact thousands and thousands of lives over the last 5 years. And we're just getting started. So, anyway, you're another blessing that is our
Thank you
way.
so much. Thank you so much.
I'm so proud of you. So thank you for sharing, Shawna. You are amazing. We will be celebrating you earning Paris soon. We'll be celebrating you qualifying for that Mercedes car program, which I understand is also happening like really soon. And I know that's just, there will be many celebrations ahead for you. I have no doubt. So congrats again. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
Y'all have a great evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you found this helpful. And if you want to learn more, you can reach out to Shawna, or you can reach out to myself, and we are happy to get your questions answered or connect you with someone who can. So thank y'all. Have a great evening.
Thank you, everyone. Good night. Bye-bye.